Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we will create a player controller like GTA. And first of all, we need a animator controller to handle the animations of the character. So we'll create a animator controller under the character folder, and we named it player controller. We will create some important parameters like move Y, move X, move Z, speed, and also is grounded bool variable and jump trigger variable. So here was some mistake. So is grounded is bool, jump was trigger. Then we'll create a blend tree. We can name it a movement, and then inside this blend tree we will add our animations. We will select 2D freeform directional, and then we will also select move X and move Y, move Z values there. Then inside the animator controller, definitely we need some animation. So idle animation I have added first of all, and then we will add walk forward, walk back, walk like this. Okay, so what I will do is that we only have the walk animation, we only have the run animation, which is forward animations. So we will actually apply minus speed. So what it will do later on, that it will actually invert the animation. So we instead of moving forward, it will move back. So that's why don't worry about getting these correct animations. You can definitely get the animation from Mixamo, back run, back walk, etc., but we don't need at all. So we will utilize the same animations. So don't worry about that. So what I have did here is that I have duplicated the walk animation, and I just make it walk forward, and also I have to make it as a walk back as well. And then for the run forward and run backward, we will use the same animation. I'm just duplicating the main animation, the walk animation, forward walk, and I'm just duplicating it. Then after that we will add these here in the field, and now you can see that we have idle, walk, walk back, and then we have the right strafe walking and right strafe for the run as well. And these parameters are very important. Here you can see that I have added these parameters. Just note these values and use the exact values over here. Okay, so because we are using for run, so for run we are making its speed also double to the walk speed. So that's it. Now our movement is ready, and definitely we also need a jump animation. We have created a jump animation, and what we can do is that we can jump from any condition. So from any state we have added a jump transition with a condition jump, and jump is a trigger parameter, and then from jump we will move back to the idle movement, so normal movement blend tree. Now I'll create a script of a player controller in which we will actually write the code for the player controller, and we definitely need a character controller for this script, for this functionality of character controller. So now we first of all add the header references. So these important references are camera transform. We'll get the camera, that camera will follow the player, and also we'll get the public animator, character controller, and then we have a header movement section where we are actually assigning the walk speed, run speed, and also rotation speed. Rotation speed is also needed because we are creating a GTA style controller, so for that it will be helpful. Then we'll also add some variables for gravity because we are not using a rigid body, So we have to add custom gravity that can be -9.8 F, and then jump height is also added. After that, we will add Toyota time and jump buffer parameters. Also we will add Toyota timer and jump buffer timer. These variables are very important for GTA like movement. It will give us a smooth controller. Then in start function we have get the component character controller, and also we'll create some more variables for X and Z for vertical and horizontal. Okay, so now we will add a update function, and definitely we'll get the input X. Input X will be input.get axis horizontal axis, and input was Z will be the vertical axis. So because we'll move forward, back, and right and left. Also we will add vector3 move direction and move dir variable with the new vector3 values of x input.x input x on the x-axis, and y-axis we don't want to implement any inputs, and on z-axis we are applied input z, and then we will normalize the code. Then after that we will add the input direction magnitude. If it is greater than or equal to 0.1 f, then we will definitely add a movement. So we will get the camera forward position, and definitely according to the cam forward we will apply the position of the character. So definitely the camera Z position, the forward position will be the forward position of character. So also we will add vector3 move direction cam forward multiply by input Z plus cam right, and then multiply by input to X. So input X in this case is x-axis, and input Z is in this case is y-axis, z-axis. And after that we will get if input Z is greater than or equal to 0. So if forward, or you can say the vertical axis, is greater than 0, then we will apply the movement to the forward direction, and also we are applying some rotation with the rotation speed as well to the character. It will give us a feel like GTA. If you will not add these lines, you can get the controller definitely, but it will be a little bit different from the GTA, a normal third-person controller. Now we will add a bool is running, and we will get the key code left shift. So when we will press the left shift key, we will go to the run mode, and then otherwise we will be in walk mode. Then we will neutralize the move with move direction dot normalize multiply by current speed into time dot delta time. Otherwise current speed will be equal to 0. After that we are handling the gravity. If is grounded, control tar it is grounded, and if VR is grounded, Kyoto timer will be equal to Kyoto time, and otherwise Kyoto timer will be equal to time dot delta time. Here I am just doing a mistake, you can see in the code. So what I have did is I have to add if, and then in bracket we have to add, in small brackets we have to add input dot get key down. So that will be the fix this error here. Okay, and then when we will press the space key, we will play the jump buffer timer equal to jump buffer, and otherwise we will minus the time dot delta time from the jump buffer time. After that, if the jump buffer timer is greater than 0 and Kyoto timer is greater than 0, then we will get the velocity.y and we will make it equal to mathf dot square root jump height, and we will multiply the jump height variable with minus 2f multiplied by gravity. These jump height and gravity variables are already added in the beginning. Then we will also play the animation, jump animation, and that is a trigger animation from the animator controller. After that, we will make jump buffer time and Kyoto time equal to 0. And if we are grounded and velocity is lesser than 0, then we will apply a velocity equal to 1f minus 1f. So this function was for the gravity, detecting gravity and applying the jump function. And now lastly, we will write a function for the animator controller. We will get the animations from controller. Now, as you know that we have assigned the bool parameter for the is grounded for detection of gravity and ground, and then we have also added some floats variable like move z and move x, and we are actually getting the animations from the animator controller, and we are applying animations against input x and input z parameters. So that's very simple. And if you press left shift, we'll go to the 2f speed, and otherwise you will be in the 1f speed, which is run. 2f is run and 1f is walk speed. After that, we will go to the animator the set float, and we will get the speed variable from the parameter from the animator controller, and we'll make it equal to current speed. So whatever the speed is, as per the speed animation defines, it will play the idle, walk speed and the run speed. So I have just show you the whole script. You can write it as it is. Now we'll go to the Unity editor. Okay, so now in the Unity we have created an empty object with the name of player, and we will add this Brady, which is a character under that player object. We will make the position of these characters to the 0, 0, 0 for both. So when we make it 0, 0, 0, you can see that it will be exact same place, both objects, and player is on the 0, 0, 0 and character will be on 0, 0, 0. We will add the character controller that is needed, and we will make it on the y-axis 0.93 and 1.8 will be the size, height, and 0.3 will be the radius of the character. We will also add a player camera to player just for the testing purpose, so that we can see our player nicely. Now if we play, you can see that player camera is not aligned properly, so we'll just move camera a little bit back so that we can see our character. You can see that animations are playing, so we have some mistake I think in the script. As you can see that our animator controller is perfect and it should play the idle animation and walk and run, etc. But I think we have some mistake in our script. So let's open the script and we will just fix the issues in a while. Here is spelling mistake of Kyoto, so I just changed the Kyoto to Kyoto, and you can see a mistake here. In the update function we have to add these functions, handle gravity and update animator. Actually I have just missed this thing, and if you not include these functions inside the update function, then it's not these functions are not actually available to our code. So now you can see our player can move, our player can jump and run. That's beautiful. We have successfully created the character controller in this video. In next video we'll add camera follow script.